So one thing I like to tell people is that the pelvic floor has structural functions. It helps to support you. It supports your organs. It helps to support your hip joints. When you stand on one leg, your pelvic floor contracts on that side to help stabilize your hip. Most people are more familiar with sexual function, reproductive function, excretory function, going to the bathroom, all of those things. But also the pelvic floor is a kind of like the bottom of the container of your abdominal cavity, of your abdomen. And it mirrors the diaphragm, we call the respiratory diaphragm. So a good image is if you think of a can of soup, the soup's contained in the can, and then you have the top of the can is like your diaphragm, and the bottom of the can is your pelvic floor or your pelvic diaphragm. And if you push down on the top, the bottom is going to bulge out. Or if you pull up on the bottom, the top is going to go up. There's a pressure inside the can, and then the top and the bottom are regulating. You might have tension in your diaphragm. That tightness can help push down on your pelvic floor. Another thing that pushes down is doing exercises in a way that bears down. Like any bearing down pushes the pelvic floor down. So that's why it's very important to start, when you start any kind of pelvic floor exercises, you make sure that there's room in the abdomen, that the diaphragm is flexible, that the organs are mobile, that the breath is good. And then how do you exhale in a way that pulls the abdomen in and lifts up, and taking pressure off the pelvic floor from the first breath.